Hi, I'm Akram Hawash, and our group is Dream Trackers. Last week we discussed with you guys just the general idea of our dual-axis solar tracker. Ever since our last video, we've been doing research, and we've seen that one of the downfalls to the photovoltaic cells is that we're not going to be producing any energy at night. So we need an alternative way to store the energy at nighttime. So we've looked into other ideas such as batteries. The only downfall of that, though, is that the batteries are actually expensive. So Miles is going to discuss you guys other options that we're going to be using with our project.
Alright, so what Akram was just getting into is a way to store the solar energy during times like at night when we're not getting energy. So one existing product right now is the Powerwall, which was just released by Tesla. So, but this way to store energy is pretty expensive. So we've actually found an alternative, which is through solar thermal energy. So from the PV mirror, that's going to be bouncing off the light. It's going to be heating this black strip and storing even more energy using solar thermal. And Chris is going to discuss more into how this PV mirror actually works.
Alright, so as Miles mentioned, the way that we're going to store our energy at night from the solar tracker is using concentrated solar thermal power. Basically what that means is we're going to use a PV mirror to reflect mirror off, like he said, into that small black strip. This is also a more efficient way of storing energy at night compared to batteries, and it's also going to be a less expensive model. But the PV mirror, basically what it is if you see the diagram here, it's going to be a large reflective surface with a more smaller solar cell behind that. So it's going to reflect onto the black as well as store a little bit of energy. But we use the curvature of the PV mirror to kind of help form that curve, like reflection, into a small black line. And then after this, Sadiq is going to talk a little bit more about that as well as what we're going to be doing for our next video.
So Chris already explained how our PV mirror is working. The main concept is we have this curvature for the PV mirror that actually focuses the sunlight into this black strip, which actually gets all of the energy, or stores all of the energy for the sunlight. The reason why we have it in this direction of the curvature is so we can focus it instead of having it more like a dish where we'll be focusing at just one point. This hits a bigger target for it. In the next few weeks, we're going to be actually working on the actuator for the solar tracker, as well as we start to do more research on looking into the code to follow the sun's position for the solar tracker.